Today we are going to study workbook. Please open your workbook, page number 50 and 51. As we studied 2 days ago, we studied the relative pronouns, and some students get bored when they study grammar. But would you like to play games? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. We are going to play a game, but concerning grammar. Here, the grammar we studied 2 days ago, it was about relative pronouns. Relative pronouns. So relative clauses game. Choose the right option. Now, let's have a look at this game, and you are going to choose one of the right options or one of the options that best completes the sentence. Okay, be ready. Let's have a look at this picture and the sentence. Who would like to read and choose? Fill in with one of the relative clauses or relative pronouns. Look at the picture. Yes, Ilari.
The children who are playing in the room are my best friends.
Who? Yes, great. Thank you. Second sentence. Ayub and Farid.
The plane which the boy is playing with was expensive.
Which? Great. Okay, good. Munir Badri.
Mr. Smith,
Smith.
wife,
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith, whose wife is a nurse, goes to work on foot.
On foot. Right. Who's? Great. Thank you. Let's see. Another one. Ahmed Mahmoud.
Daisy, who has a lot of clothes, never knows what to wear.
Yes. Who? Good. Great. Thank you. المدبولي.
Yes, teacher. The girl whose father is a teacher likes reading.
Good. Thank you. Great. Ahmed Jalal.
Yes, teacher. الجملة لسه ما ظهرتش عندي.
Waiting. I'm waiting.
The spider is in the bathroom is big. The spider which is in the bathroom.
Thank you, Muhammad Jalal. Good. Let's see. الفلكي.
معاك يا أستاذ. The boy is having a great fast is my brother. Ooh.
Good. Thank you. رضوان. Yes, عبد الرحمن محمد.
The man space children are playing is a farmer. The man whose children are playing is a farmer.
Thank you. Thank you. Good. Yes, عمر لطفي. Next.
لسه ما ظهرتش.
Yes, I'm waiting for you. Lucy.
ماشي. Lucy Lucy loves computers. Is a good student.
A bad student. Not good.
Good ما هي الخط.
Bad.
Lucy who loves computers.
Who? Okay. So this is a different handwriting. You didn't get used to it. Thank you. Let's see. Mina.
لسه ما ظهرتش.
Okay.
Marian, whose brother is a singer, is a good student.
Excellent. Thank you. صبحي.
أستاذ لسه ما ظهرتش. أيوه.
Okay.
John is a sleepwalker. Is nice. Who is a so John who is
Who?
a sleepwalker is nice.
Thank you. Okay. يوسف علاء.
معاك أستاذ.
Yes.
ثانية بس يا أستاذ عمر.
Yeah.
Van
Gogh.
Van Gogh, who paintings are famous, didn't have a studio like this.
Yes. What's the right
Who?
answer? Who?
Who?
Oh, you missed one, Yusuf. Try again, Yusuf. It's not correct.
Whose?
Whose? Yeah, that's right. Thank you. محمد تامر.
موجود أستاذ. The girls are
The birds.
flying.
Bird.
are إيه؟ آخر جملة مش باين الخط.
The birds are flying are blue. The birds are blue.
Whose يا أستاذ؟
Whose?
Whose?
No, try again.
Who?
Who? Try again. So the last answer is yes,
Which?
Muhammad Tamir. Which? Look at the birds here. These birds are animals here. The birds here. So we use which? Which for birds? Okay, Muhammad Tamir. Thank you. الأرضي. Okay, الأرضي.
أيوة أستاذ.
This is the last question. Okay, thank you. Okay, الأرضي. Here, today we are going to study a workbook how to make a new word using some prefixes. What's a prefix? A prefix are some letters which come before a word. For example, we have for, anti, tilly, dis, and self. What do these prefixes mean? Let's have here some answers. Here we have self. Self means by yourself or itself. Self-educated, self-employed, self-winding, self. So it means by yourself. And we have for, F-O-R-E. For means towards the front. We have the four legs, the front legs of a horse. So foreground, things that seem nearest to you of a picture. We have foreground and background. So for means towards the front. And we started the prefix tele. Tele means over a long distance, done by telephone, like what? Like television, telephone, teleprinter, telefax, telecommunication. And we have this. This added to the front of some words to form their opposites. Agree, disagree, honest, dishonest, like in or none or un. And we have anti. Anti means opposed to or against. So the opposite of. For example, we have biotic, antibiotic, virus, antivirus, antivirus, antibiotic. We have this word viral. Viral means caused by a virus. Caused by a virus. Viral. It's an adjective. So we use anti before viral to become what? To describe a drug or medicine, treatment that is used to cure an infection or disease caused by a virus or antiviral agent. We have now antiviral for COVID-19, vaccination or vaccine, antiviral. And we have for, as we mentioned before, for means towards the front. If you say someone is a foreigner, forerunner means something or someone that acts as an early and less advanced model for what will appear in the future, or a warning or sign of what is to follow. So forerunner means pioneer, leader, pioneer or leader, a guide to something or to someone. Okay? So let's do the first exercise. Complete sentence A to E with words from the box. by adding the correct prefix from list A to the words in list B. Read these words: sufficient, working, viral, runner, agreement. These are the words. Put these prefixes before them to make a new word. And now use these words to complete the sentence. I'll give you 2 minutes to read and fill in. عمرو محمود.
Ahmed parents are very proud of him because he كمل أستاذ.
Yes, yes, go on.
Because he has an
Independent.
self
Yes.
self
Yes.
sufficient
Again, عمرو محمود. Self-sufficient.
self-sufficient.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, Ahmed Yasser.
معك أستاذ. B. The black and white television was a space of today's color television. Four from A and runner from B. Forerunner.
Very good. Forerunner. Yes, forerunner means pioneer, leader, the first. Thank you. Let's see. Omar Lotfi.
If you do your job at home and communication with your office by computer or phone, then you are disagreement?
No. If you communicate over a distance, you are tele what? You are working.
Teleworking.
Teleworking here. Amr. So what does teleworking mean? The sentence explains the meaning. What does teleworking mean?
هو كان معتمد على
In English, please. In English, please. Teleworking means to work or to do your job at home. Teleworking. So here, some teacher and some employees or employers, they do their work from their house. They can communicate with their office or with their staff through the mobile phone or through the internet or through the computer, because of COVID-19. So teleworking means describing a person who is working from his house. Using what? Using the computer or the phone. Okay. Thank you. Abdurrahman Ziyad.
أستاذ في واحد مايكو فيه إزعاج أستاذ فتح المايك.
Yes, Abdurrahman. Ziyad.
The meeting unfortunately ended in disagreement.
Yes, very good. Thank you. Ahmed Sayyid.
This medicine is an
Ahmed Sayyid, yes. Ahmed Sayyid, Dasuqi, not Ahmed Sayyid Muhammad Ali. Thank you. We have two Ahmed Sayyid here. Thank you.
This medicine is an antiviral.
Antiviral, yes. Antiviral treatment, yes. It will definitely make you feel better. Antiviral. So it's like what? Antivirus. Antiviral. Thank you. So this is a grammar assistant box. You should read it to understand when we use the relative pronouns like which, that, who, whom, or where. Read these examples, and we know that we can use that instead of who or which for people or things, except in what? In non-defining relative clause, we cannot use that when we give extra information. When we use who or which for non-defining clause, we should put a comma before the relative pronoun. You cannot leave, you cannot delete who or which. Okay, now you are going to read a story. You are going to read a story about someone who has got a DVD player and he's got a problem. Read this story and complete it with the relative pronoun, the correct and appropriate relative pronoun. You've got 2 minutes to read the story and fill in the space with the correct relative pronoun. Please, all the class, hands down. You can raise your hand when you want to answer. Okay. Let's start with, yes, Mahmoud Azuddin.
I had problems from the beginning with the DVD player, portable radio I bought recently.
Portable radio, is this a relative pronoun? Wake up, Mahmoud. Here, I had problems from the beginning with the DVD player I bought recently. The DVD player, who, which, when, or where, or whose, why, that.
Which?
Which? Yes. So this is the relative pronoun, Mahmoud. Okay, wake up. Thank you. Okay, Muhammad Ahmed Taha.
Maqsad. The assistant who
Yes.
sold it to me couldn't show me how to use it.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Muhammad Fahmi. Yes, your name, Ahmed Samir Muhammad Fahmi. Yes.
When لا لا لا
He told me.
he told me to read the handbook where I could find all the
Instructions. Yes. So pay attention here, Mahmoud, that the handbook here can be a place. I can find all the instructions in the handbook. We cannot say he told me to read the handbook which I could find. So where I could find. So here the handbook refers to the place. Okay, thank you. Let's see, Munir Badri.
Yes, teacher.
When I got home,
When I got home, I put the DVD player onto a shelf under the television. I turned the DVD player on with the remote control, which was with the DVD player.
very good. Thank you. Which, yes. Let's see. Ahmed Adil.
Hello, Ustaz. My brother space is an
Nothing
electrical.
happened. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Then I saw that it is
It's batteries
batteries, but the DVD player
were the wrong way round.
were the wrong way round. I changed the batteries, but the DVD player still did not work. My brother is
An electrical engineer.
Watch.
My brother was. Is it a relative pronoun? Ahmed.
My
What's the
brother
relative pronoun? Who? Yes, my brother who. Okay. Muhammad Majdi.
But the DVD player still didn't work. My brother told me to turn it to the place where I put it.
Where? Very good. Thank you. مشاري مطلق.
So I went to the shop where I asked to speak to the assistant from
The shop where? يوسف محمد كامل. So I went to the shop where I asked.
I asked to speak to the assistant from whom I had bought the DVD player.
Yes. From whom? So whom for object. For the object for people. Okay, thank you. Let's see. سجود. Number 9.
I had bought the DVD player, the
The
person
person
to
yes.
whom
To whom
I spoke said that the assistant had lost his job.
Very good. Okay. Last one. Let's see. Karim Wael.
أيوة أستاذ.
Yes, number 10.
This is something which didn't surprise me.
Yes, which didn't surprise me. Thank you so much. So these are what? These are relative pronouns which are used for joining sentences. Now, look at this picture here. Do you know this person? Look at this photo. He's a famous scientist. What's his name?
Macron.
Hands up. Ayub. Who's he?
Guglielmo Marconi.
Guglielmo Marconi. Yes. What do you know about him?
He invented wireless telegraphy.
The wireless telegraph, maybe he invented
the first radio system.
The first radio, yes.
system.
So he invented the radio. Okay, Marconi invented the first radio system. Okay, now you've got here these two pairs of sentences in each letter. You are going to combine or join these pairs of sentences to make one sentence using the appropriate relative pronouns. So you are going to use who, whom, which, whose, where, etc. It depends on the repeated pronoun here. For example, Guglielmo Marconi made great contributions to wireless telegraphy. We owe a debt of gratitude to Guglielmo Marconi. So here we have repeated word or repeated name. Guglielmo Marconi is a person and it's an object. So we use whom. Okay? Who can answer the first one? Join the first two pairs of sentences. Amr Ahmed?
Marconi, to whom we owe a debt of gratitude, a debt of gratitude made great.
The letter B is silent, Amr. The letter B, debt.
Of gratitude made great contributions to wireless telegraph.
Very good. So after the relative pronoun, we use the relative clause. This is the relative clause, second sentence. Thank you, Amar. Thank you so much. So I'll give you 2 minutes to think about how to join these two sentences. So the first one, as Amar said, Marconi, to whom we owe a debt of gratitude, made great. You don't have enough space, so you can write just two sentences and then put dots at the end of the sentence because there isn't enough space. Second sentence, Ilari.
Yes, teacher. Marconi invented the first radio system. He was born in Italy in 1874. Marconi, who was born in Italy 1874, invented the first radio system.
Very good. Thank you, Ilari. Good. Let's see. Safe. سيف الدين Ali. Yes.
In his first experiments, Macrano sent radio signals as a short distance. Macrano did his first experiments at his family home. In his first experiments, which he did at his family home.
Yes. So use which? Go on.
In his first experiments, which he did at his family home, Macrano sent radio signals at a short distance.
Thank you. So use which here because his first experiments is the object in the second sentence. Thank you. So in his first experiment, which he did at his family's home, Mark sent radio signals a short distance. Very good. Let's see. Ahmed Mahmoud.
Can I answer?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Ahmed Mahmoud. Abdel Fattah.
In 1896, Marconi took his ideas to England. He gained the interest and support of important physicists in England.
Yes. The repeated word is? The repeated word is?
The repeated word is where?
The repeated word to England in England. Yes, in England is a place, so use where. Yes, Ahmed. Say the answer.
In 1896, Marconi took ideas to England, where he gained the interest and support of important physicists.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, Ahmed Sayyid Muhammad Ali. Last one. E. Ahmed Sayyid, please.
أيوة صح. The first
Muhammad Jalal. Muhammad Jalal, turn off your mic, please.
The first transatlantic radio.
Transatlantic.
Radio
transmission.
Which took place on 18 Jan 1993 organized in the USA. Originated in the USA.
So here it refers to the subject, the first transatlantic radio transmission. Yes. So we use which? Thank you. The first transatlantic radio transmission, which took place on 18 January 1993, originated in the USA. Muhammad Jalal, have you got the question?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
number D. Number D. Can I answer?
Letter D.
Using when? Using when?
How can you answer it, please?
In 1896, when Marconi took his ideas to England, he gained the interest and support of important physicists in England.
But here, Muhammad Jalal, is the time repeated in the second sentence? The time is not repeated here. So if the time is repeated in the second sentence, so we use when. But here the place is repeated, not the time. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Now here we've got here a chart describing and defining television sets. What are television sets? Television sets are devices which transmit visual images and sound. Television sets which transmit visual images and sound are a form of entertainment. So these are what? These are relative clauses, defining and non-defining. We are going to write here under each sentence. Is the sentence here, defining or non-defining. Defining, it means giving necessary information, and non-defining means giving unnecessary or unimportant information. We can delete them. Okay? Punctuate the non-defined clause. When we punctuate, so we have to use the commas before the relative pronoun and the comma after the relative clause. Here, the first sentence, television sets which transmit visual images and sound are a form of entertainment. Is this sentence defining or non-defining clause? Muhammad Majdi?
Non-defining.
Undefining. So what do we use, or which punctuation mark do we use? Before which? What do you write before which? You put a comma, a period, a question mark, exclamation mark.
Comma.
Comma, yes. So we put a comma before which, and a comma after the word sound. So here, television sets which transmit visual images and sound, comma, are a form of entertainment. The second sentence, television sets that you buy at the local shops are very expensive. Is it defining or non-defining? Ibrahim Mukhtar?
Yes, sir.
Is this relative clause defining or non-defining?
B.
That you buy as the local shops are very expensive.
Defining.
Defining or non-defining?
Defining.
Defining. We don't use that. We don't use that in non-defining sentence. We don't use that in non-defining relative clause. Okay. television sets that have a flat screen are a recent innovation. Abdurrahman Ziyad.
That have a flat screen or recent innovation. Defining.
Defining, yes. We don't use commas. Right. Television sets, which were invented about a century ago, are very popular today. The last sentence, is it defining or non-defining? Ahmed Yasir?
Non-defining أستاذ.
It's non-defining. We use
حط comma بعد ago.
Yes, we use commas before which and a comma after ago. Okay? Notice here the commas. Okay, now write two sentences about television sets using who or which, using which. Who can define television sets? Use a sentence of your own. الفلكي. Abdullah Mustafa?
معك يا أستاذ.
Yes,
موجود.
can you give me, yes, make a sentence using television sets. Television sets.
Television sets.
Yes. Television sets which? Okay, let's see. Nashar, Ashraf, Amr Ashraf.
Yes, teacher.
Make a sentence using television sets. What are television sets? Define this appliance or these appliances or devices.
I don't know.
Hilary? Thank you, Amr Ashraf. Larry?
TV sets are an important part of our lives.
So this is one
Which
sentence.
are an important part of our lives.
Go on. TV sets or television sets, which are important part of our life. You have to write the second sentence. What is the second sentence? Entertain us.
Entertain us.
Yes, make us feel happy. Okay. Now, let's have a look at these three pictures here. The first picture here, you can see a boy. Second picture, you can see a shop assistant. And third picture, you can see a teacher and some students. A student is raising his hand here. Now, what do they say in these pictures? Look at the following illustrations or pictures and predict what expressions convey the message drawn. So what do they say? Here, the boy is holding a remote, or the boy is talking to his father, who's holding the remote control of the TV. What does the boy say to his father? Here, the little boy is sitting on a sofa and looking at his father. What is he saying? Khalid Walid.
I think he wants to change the channels.
Yes, very good. So we can say, can you change the channel, Dad? Please. Yes. Can you change the channel, Dad, please? Okay. What does the shop assistant say to the customer? The shop assistant is trying to convince the customer to buy the TV or to buy another device. So what does the shop assistant say in this illustration or a picture? Yes, let's see. Al-Ardi.
The features of this TV meet all your requirements.
Very good. The features of this TV meet all your requirements. Yes, you can find all what you need. Thank you. Amar Muhammad, what does the student say to the teacher?
Yes, TV is more important than radio because you can hear and watch it.
Yes, the teacher has written which is more important, the TV or the radio, and the student say again?
TV is more important than radio because you can hear and watch it.
Very good. Thank you so much. TV is more important than radio because you can hear and watch it. Okay, now let's have another game. Here, talking about relative prefixes. As we studied here, so negative prefixes are letters that come before what? Before a noun. And they refer to the opposite. They refer to the opposite. For example, we have in, this, an, and ill. All these prefixes mean the opposite or the negative meaning. For example, you are going to read a sentence and you are going to use one of these prefixes before the word or in the space. Now, who can read? Read and choose one of the balloons. Click the correct balloon to complete the sentence. Let's see. Ahmed Yasser.
معاك يا أستاذ. My parents are always fighting. They can be so space match.
They can be so mature. Mature. Yes, what's the opposite for mature?
Un.
Un? Is that right? I click on the un. Ahmed Yasser?
No.
Choose.
I don't know, sir.
Guess. Choose one of them. Try. Mature. What's the opposite?
This.
This. Let's see. No, try again. Man Yasser. Let's see another one. Sujud. My parents are always fighting. They can be so mature.
Unmature.
Try again. Munir Badri.
My parents are always fighting. They can be so.
What's the opposite for mature? Most, yes, answer it, Munir, before I start talking.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Munir, go on, choose.
Immature.
Immature. Yes, that's right. Very good, Munir. Thank you. So here, most words that start with the letter M and the opposite is M. For example, mature, immature.
Impossible.
And possible for P, possible, impossible. So M and P, we use the M. Okay, now let's move to the next one. Who can answer? Let's see. Muhammad Jalal, would you like to answer?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Muhammad.
This book is so interesting. Nothing really exciting happens. This book is so
interesting. What's the opposite for interesting?
Un.
Yes, good. Thank you. Okay, next. العوضي.
He always feels so comfortable when speaking in public. Uncomfortable.
Excellent. Let's see. Ayub bin Farid. Ayub bin Farid.
Yes, I don't like him. He is so dishonest when playing cards.
Dishonest. Excellent.
Dishonest.
Thank you. Last one. يوسف علاء.
معاك أستاذ بس الصورة لسه ما ظهرتش. Let's very responsible
of you
for you to drive when you are drunk.
Responsible. What's the opposite for responsible?
Disresponsible.
This? No. Try again. Ilari.
Irresponsible.
Irresponsible. So R, we use R before rational, irrational, irresponsible. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop recording and take your